Hi, it's Rich Tarani. Thanks for watching TMC Net's Editor's Day, Santa Clara 2015. On our program, Martin Schneider with SugarCRM. And Martin, welcome to our show. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. So, very few companies actually put the acronym of what they do in their name. You guys were nice enough to do that.
Makes it easy.
And I followed SugarCRM, I think from the early days when you first started. So I've seen a nice progression, a lot of really exciting stuff. But how do you describe the company?
It's a good question because I think CRM's in a kind of renaissance right now. I think it's a really interesting time. So as a CRM platform as well as a set of applications, we really are that platform for managing the entire customer lifecycle. People are now starting to call it customer journey, and there's a lot of initiatives out there, digital, business transformation, a lot of terms being thrown around. But really what we're doing is kind of bringing everybody internally on the same page in a way that I don't think we did a great job of as an industry in the kind of last wave of CRM. Bringing everyone, again, on that same page, having really cool tools for the individual, not just the manager, to see pipelines and forecasts and things like that. And then understanding the customer in really new and exciting ways so that, again, as you manage that end-to-end process, that customer lifecycle, doing that in a way that's, again, highly informative, highly integrated, process-centric, and really sometimes also kind of analytic and predictive so that you have the best tools for every individual along that entire customer lifecycle.
Very exciting. So things have really evolved.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we've moved from the kind of silos of CRM being either, okay, well, we're a sales automation company and we focus on pipeline management, or we're a marketing automation and we help you, turn website visitors into leads, or we're a call center company, so, we're going to help you when people call in. But a lot of times, companies were buying this and that and they were living in silos. So we weren't getting an entire customer view, and that was a big problem. And there's still, I think, 75+% of companies do not have an entire inclusive view of their customer. There's still information trapped in all these little silos in these applications they bought over the last few decades. So really kind of breaking down those silos and creating that unified view across the entire life cycle is what we're doing for our customers. And it's a really cool strategic initiative that we're seeing these days. And it's exciting. It is kind of a new phase of CRM. It's exciting.
So I was going to ask you how you're comparing against your competition and why your customers choose you over others. Is that part of the reason? Are there other reasons?
I think it's a big part of it. And I think it's because, given our kind of, let's call it technology architecture and components and the way that we're built and what we allow our customers to do, coupled with our really strong and compelling total cost of ownership, when you think of these really strategic and kind of wide-reaching and high-scale transformational initiatives, our competition either can't do it, so a SaaS-only, sales-focused tool isn't going to do all those things I just described. And the big old guard of CRM, the real big guys out there, it's really expensive and really unwieldy to try to get all this together into a cohesive project. So with Sugar, you either can't do it with the competitors, they just physically can't do it, or because the data has to sit on their servers, you can't meet certain maybe industry mandates around privacy, or customer data can't sit in another country or things like that, or you just can't afford to do it, or you won't. It just doesn't make sense to pay all this money to try and do it with either an older, outdated product, or a limited product. So we really have this really nice 1-2 punch of having the most flexibility at the best cost.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's really a great story. So what do you think the reason is for this renaissance in CRM and just customer care in the last few years?
I think it's a lot of things. I think as we move to concepts like a subscription economy, as the internet has made the customer more in charge, as they say, of the kind of conversation and the life cycle, customers have more choice, they're more educated. They typically want a better experience, not just the lowest price. Studies have shown that customers will pay more for a better experience. The companies that want to thrive in this new age need to differentiate on customer experience, They need to know their customers better. They need to know where their customers are in the life cycle better. And they need to set up for engagement and relationship rather than kind of the I'm going to sell to you and that's it, right? So that kind of transactional nature of CRM before doesn't work in a world of engagement and subscription revenue and ongoing keeping the customer, because it's far more profitable to continue to sell to your group of customers and slowly add new ones than to rely on selling and then landing new customers. That becomes really cost effective, or not cost effective, really costly, and it really just becomes inefficient, right? So really putting efficiency back in the model, helping people to engage, helping people to create relationships that are extraordinary so that people feel like this is a company I'm going to do business with for life, whether that's B2B or B2C. I think that's where things are changing. And I think a lot of the companies in the world out there are starting to feel the need to do that. And the technology of yesterday doesn't meet those needs. It's not mobile. It's not social. It's not really flexible and not really usable. So I think there's been a huge reinvestment happening, and it's exciting, and we're a big part of that. So it's great. Our growth is a testament to that.
Congrats. Now, in terms of future-looking things, are there any things you can talk about what your potential customers can see down the road?
Yeah, we released in the last year what we call our advanced workflow, which really enables that end-to-end process management that I talked about. So, with visual process designers dragging and dropping and building, understanding whether it's a lead to cash or a, post-sale onboarding to make sure that the customer gets what they need every time. Being able to build those models, check the status, update it, again, find out where the customer is, customer journey management tools that understand the tasks involved with each stage of the customer journey. Those are the types of kind of workflow and process-oriented tools that we've been bringing in, and we'll be doing more and more around that. Really going full on with mobile, creating great offline-enabled mobile capabilities that I think pace or outpace the market, having collaboration tools and dashboarding tools, so data visualizations right in the mobile, which will go forward to make more kind of mobile apps and individual sales tools so that every sales guy really knows what they need to do every time they engage, whether they're in the field, whether they're on the phone. And then from a support perspective, that's going to make field sales really, just far more dynamic. So, bringing in kind of everything from analytics and other things will be a big part of what we do. Like you said, kind of, really orchestrating the entire customer lifecycle in ways that we just never really could before. So it's really exciting.
It really is. So thanks for being here, and it's amazing to see how the CRM market has evolved over the last couple decades. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. Thanks for having me.